So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. Jones has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing again. Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. If you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Hey, Tuesday.
Again, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down.
Give me that ball. Watch it. Ball.
Stop your whining.
They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Hey, express.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. From the gun, it's Ryan.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Here's Ryan to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kick.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
368!
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On first down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Ryan on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 79 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
You remember me? Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Ryan going to throw right side here, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan gets it to his tight end Hooper and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
2 by 2. Luke! Hey, Haywood!
59. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Dalton. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mason Schreck, 38 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. To throw again is Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Ready?
They run. Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darqueze Dennard there defensively. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. And we just saw him do it right there.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Hey, box truck.
On third down, Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And the Bengals
Hey,
first down.
my 7.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, watch the slant.
And it'll be Dalton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Dalton. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I got you. 45 the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Here we go. Cam. Here's the punt.
Dalton wants to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked up by DeMonte Kazin, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, orbit.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check
368.
Check 45.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You draw portrait.
On third down, Mixon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch.